I don't really think that I'm alone when I say that I took this class to fulfill a prerequisite. I have never really been interested in art, and I've never really wanted to take an art class for anything other than just checking a box. I came into this class thinking, this is just going to be something that I have to do, and I'm not really going to enjoy the process of doing it, but hey, this is what I need to transfer, so let's get on with it. Surprisingly, I found myself enjoying the class. I thought originally, along with the fact that it was an art class, that the 8 a.m. class would be very, well, 8 a.m. But I found that it wasn't so terrible after all, and I found myself enjoying it in the end. Prior to this class, I really thought of art as something that had to be relating to what we're used to seeing in life, something that imitates nature. For example, the David, which is found in Florence. I thought that if something wasn't sort of photorealistic, even before the time of cameras, that it really shouldn't be considered art, because, hey, isn't art determined by how much it looks like something else? The concept of mimesis nullifies my previous preconception of art. It states that art doesn't have to be photorealistic, and that imitating nature does not mean photorealism. It just means that it's imitating nature, and that it's not taking a picture of something. Surprisingly, one of the most interesting things that I found in this class was learning about all of the different mediums of art. I really enjoyed finding out that art isn't just restricted to paint or like watercolor or mosaics or whatever, that it can really be anything, and art is something that isn't really defined by one thing or another. It is a concept, and it is a collaboration of a bunch of different things, and I think that's one of the reasons why art is so powerful. I really enjoyed the MacLeod reading about Architecture Revolution. I thought it was really interesting how they connected art to the Industrial Revolution in the late 18 to early 1900s. As a history buff, I really enjoy studying the effects of movements and revolutions throughout history, and so seeing the Industrial Revolution from a light that isn't quite so well industrialized is a very important thing to consider when you are interpreting history. And I really enjoyed how they applied Fordism to something like houses and architecture, as opposed to just building, cars and other things that they are going to mass produce. I really liked how Berger described perspective in the ways of seeing reading that we did this semester. He said that perspective centers everything, and that through it, art is viewed in whatever lens you want to have it viewed in, and that its beauty is in the eye of the beholder. In Elkins's Stories of Art, he says that history isn't singular or standalone, it builds on the past. And I think that this is a really interesting concept, because as someone who really loves history, I find that this proves to be true. And I really enjoyed hearing that not only is that true for art, but it's also true for everything in life. And it's also said that the Renaissance, which is the one form of art that I'm actually familiar with, is a revival of the classics, which I really enjoy because, well, who doesn't like something that's classic? I really enjoyed learning how Manet utilized perspective in his painting Luncheon on the Grass. I think that it's really cool to understand and examine how many things he utilized that you don't really see the first time around. In the end, I am glad that I decided to take this class. Even though it was 8 a.m., it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know that this class is just a prerequisite, but I am glad that I did choose this one as opposed to another class that would have fulfilled the same criteria. I feel as if I have learned a lot in this class and that my viewpoint on art has expanded exponentially. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great holiday season. Bye!